Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kieran, of course, from Red Devil Weekly, and we are back to preview what is a must-win game for Manchester United in the Champions League group stage. Before we get into any of that, of course, please do hit that like button if you do enjoy tonight's video. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are near around here. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so anything you guys can do to help us out with that would be absolutely fantastic. And also, if you're watching on the replay, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I always do enjoy interacting with your comments in the comment section, so please do get involved there, and I'll be sure to look at them and reply to them and give my thoughts. So yeah, please do leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I already see Kobe has joined us. Thank you for joining, Kobe. Really do appreciate it. I'm doing good this evening. You know, some good Champions League games going on at 7:45. Of course, the big one being PSG versus Manchester City. So I will be wrapped up by the time that game kicks off. So don't worry, if you want to watch that game, this won't be on when that game is on. There's going to be no clashing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But as I said, if you want to get your thoughts in the live chat as we go through, and I'll just read out some comments and we'll have a good chat about tomorrow's game, because it's a huge game in the context of this Champions League group. Currently, United sit fourth in the group. Well, 1 point off second, and in this group, in the Champions League, I'm sure you guys know by now, first and second go through automatically. So right now, Manchester United do not even qualify for the Europa League, which would be third place. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. However, there is 5 more games to go, and if we win this game, we'll be firmly back on track in this Champions League group. But it's a big ask. It's a big ask. There's still a big job to do, and we're going to have to do it without a few key players, and we'll go through that in just a second. I do see that Matthew's joined us as well. Thanks for joining, Matthew. I hope you're doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. And also Connor from Yank Talking Smack joined us as well. Thanks for joining. Make sure to check out Yank Talking Smack as well. Great stuff over there. He said, "Bruh, the USA is a mess. We're facing a government shutdown in 3 days if shit isn't resolved." Listen, I've got no idea about that, but I've heard the USA has been a bit of a I've heard the USA's been in a bit of a mess for some time, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Thank you for letting me know if I'm using my HB. I am actually. You're right. Yeah, that's so annoying. I didn't actually know that. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know I'm using the wrong mic. So that's probably why it sounds shocking to you guys. I apologise. I will get the other mic back plugged in, hopefully as soon as I can. But right now I'll be using this one. So as long as you can hear me, that'll be alright. Yeah, I don't know why that is. That's very, very frustrating. But we'll see if we can get this other mic working in the time being. But as I said, get your thoughts in the comment section then, as I just fiddle about with this. I should have done this before, really. I just thought it was automatically plugged in. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the predictions going into the game. I want to hear them. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Do you think this is a must-win game? Do you think that even if we do draw this game, we can still, potentially rescue it? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys are saying. As I said, I do apologise for the microphone. I can't believe I forgot to actually do that. That's a rookie error, massive rookie error. So that's probably why it sounds like shit. I'll read a few of the comments while I try and do this. Connor says, "This is a must-win game. We have to get a win to get us back on track. Going to be a big set of games." 100%, Connor. 100%. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it is a must-win game. I think in the end of the day, to be 0 points or only 1 point after 2 games, we've got some difficult games coming up. But Villarreal away from home, Atalanta away from home, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. Yeah, this is frustrating me, to be honest. I don't know what to do. I actually don't know how it's gonna work. But we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying. Maybe can I switch microphone? Maybe? I'm not sure if that probably sounds terrible. Matthew says it's pretty much must win. Yes, yeah, I agree. I think it is. And Connor also says, as little rest as it means, this needs to be a full strength team. Well, yeah, I mean, especially after the first game. I mean, if we won that first game, I think we might have been able to rest a few players. But especially with the injuries we've got now, there's no way we're going to be able to rest anyone. So yeah, frustrating, very, very frustrating indeed. It's even worse. Okay, fair enough. That's so annoying, isn't it? This whole thing. All right, fine. We'll put this one back on. Okay. give it the old blow on the thing, and let's just see if this works. I don't know. Might be right. Okie dokie, right, I think we're back now. I think we're back. Let me know if we're back. I think the microphone's working. I do apologise for everyone who's been watching throughout the entire 5 minutes of that shit show. But hopefully you're happy to watch now. The mic is fixed and we can get on to bigger and better things. I've also actually done a lineup as well for this game. You know, I've actually spent some time thinking about a lineup, so you'll be seeing that in a bit. But as I said, this will not clash with tonight's Champions League fixtures. I know obviously everyone's going to be watching that PSG Man City game, so it won't clash with that. So don't worry if you're wanting to watch that and want to watch this at the same time. It won't clash, so that's fine. You can watch that. So Rich has joined as well. Thanks for joining, Rich. Perfect time, to be honest, Rich. My mic was having problems for the first 5 minutes. I was using the wrong microphone. I didn't even know it. So you joined at the right time. Thanks for joining, Rich, anyway. Make sure to check out his channel as well. Brilliant stuff over there. Matthew says, so we play Wednesday and then Saturday, 12:30. I thought they changed it so no one has to play Wednesday and then early kick-off Saturday. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, was Ollie right when they said they want us to fail? It seems like he's got a point. Old habits die hard for the fixture people, if that even makes any sense. But yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating, and especially when we're playing against Everton, it's not going to be an easy game. In the early kickoff, we never do well. I swear, we never do well. But especially if we don't get a good result in this game, it puts Ollie under massive pressure going into that Premier League game. Ricky's joined us. Thanks for joining, Ricky. Appreciate it. Says, Ollie should have used that microphone for the press conference today. Absolute crap. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously Man United are going to pay a lot more money on their microphones. But, yeah, I feel like, the press conference was interesting, to say the least. I think some of the stuff that Ollie said, yeah, it's a little bit frustrating for fans to hear, really, because what it feels like to me, and we can talk about it a little bit more in depth, but some of the comments he made, what it feels like to me is that the concerns the fans are having are not getting through to the coaching staff. They're not really getting through there. But we can talk about that in a little bit more in depth. G, thanks for joining from Red Devil Studio. Thank you very much for watching, mate. Really appreciate it. Make sure to check out his channel. I'm sure he'll put out a preview for this Villarreal game as well. So make sure you check that out, when it comes on. Yeah, and hopefully all you guys having a good evening. As I said, this won't clash with the Champions League game, so don't worry, you don't have to flick off this one and go on to the Champions League. This will be done by then anyway. We'll talk about Villarreal now. And surprise, surprise, since beating us in the Europa League final, they've fallen off an absolute cliff. They're currently sitting, they're currently sitting 11th in La Liga. They haven't got into double figures for the season yet. 6 games, 1 win, 5 draws. So they haven't actually lost in La Liga this season, but they've drawn a hell of a lot of times. A pretty decent projection of what's going to happen at Old Trafford, considering our record with Villarreal and draws. So they've drawn already 5 this season. They're probably looking to make it 6 with a draw in the Champions League. Currently on 8 points in La Liga. Obviously got the 2-2 draw against Atalanta. Actually in a game where Atalanta were playing against 10 men. Villarreal obviously went down to 10 men, but were able to rescue a 2-2 draw. So it seems like those two teams are very evenly matched, which in some ways makes it good, some ways doesn't make it good for our group. So in the end of the day, Villarreal obviously have got all the mainstays from last year. Players, some former Premier League players. Juan Foyth, of course. Pau Torres, we all know, linked to Manchester United. Raul Albiol, which Ollie was talking about in the press conference, saying that Ronaldo basically knows how good these guys are. Paco Alcacer, they've got some decent players. Parejo, they've got some very decent players. And of course, Gerard Moreno as well. Who can forget? He scored his penalty in the Europa League final. Couldn't score it against Chelsea, though, in the Super Cup final. Couldn't do his job there. But, Coquelin as well. Chukwueze. They've got some decent players, very similar squad to what they had at the end of last season, unsurprisingly. So most of their threats will be those players. I think Chukwueze, with his pace, is going to cause us problems. Obviously, Gerard Moreno scored the goal in that Europa League final in open play from a set piece. And with the defence we're going to have tomorrow, especially looking at the injuries we've got, I wouldn't be surprised if set pieces are undoing again. So, yeah, in the end of the day, Villarreal have got a very similar team to where we played them last time. And they're difficult to beat, difficult to break down. I know obviously Atalanta scored 2 goals against them, but Villarreal are notoriously a side that are difficult to break down. That's why they've got 5 draws in the Liga so far this season. Obviously, if they drew this game, it'd be 2 draws in the Champions League. They love a draw. They absolutely love a draw. They're an artist. They absolutely love a draw. Brendan's joined us. Thanks for joining, Brendan. Appreciate it. I'm sorry for that shit pun. Brendan says, Yapstam sacked. Would love him for our coaching staff. Well, it would fit in with giving past players jobs at the club. Certainly would fit in with that. And, I mean, I only remember him being at Reading, to be honest. So, I don't know. I don't know if he's got the same sort of pedigree that we need, really. But obviously, you being Dutch, Brendan, will know a bit about Yapstam. Is he even Dutch? I might have got that horribly wrong. No, he is Dutch. Sorry, what am I talking about? I need to be more confident in myself there. Matthew says the much anticipated Abu Dhabi. Very good, very good. You should be a headline writer, mate. You should be a headline writer. G says they got a draw with Real Madrid away. They'll be happy with a draw. I think they will. Going to Old Trafford away from home, they'll take a point. I mean, obviously Ollie was almost taking a point against Young Boys away. But this is different, coming to Old Trafford and getting a point would be a big result for anyone in this group, to be honest. Matthew says, Ollie will come under some serious heat from fans if we don't win, I think. I think a lot of fans would agree with you, mate. I think a lot of fans agree with that sentiment. I think, realistically, after the way we lost that game in midweek, not midweek, on the weekend, which was absolutely scandalous, he will. And in some ways, rightly so. Rightly so. And I think I've seen some people saying that if we don't beat Villarreal, I actually saw G, the title of your match reaction. If you want to go check that out, guys, brilliant stuff on that match reaction. Really good insight of the Aston Villa game. Sorry, if he does lose to Villarreal, a lot of United fans are saying that's to be it for him. His days are numbered, and I think the pressure is going to start mounting. There's already a bit of pressure now with the fact he's only, he's lost 3 in 4 games in all competitions. The pressure is mounting. MEFC Daily, thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I can't read that tweet, but he does say we better win, otherwise Kieran has to shave his hair. I'm not making that promise. I don't know where that promise came from. I've got rid of the beard, and to be honest with you, I kind of want the beard back now. But it was too patchy. It just wasn't looking good. It was looking a bit scruffy, so I just decided to shave it off. I will be getting a haircut as well in a few days' time. So hopefully I'll look a little bit different. Hopefully I'll look a little bit more polished. Ricky saying Maguire should take the penalty. Obviously he's out, but to be fair, he's shown it in the big stage. He can wallop it in the top corner. Rasmus, thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. And Matthew said, at least I avoid having a walk around Leeds. Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it? Yeah, Man United lost, but at least Matthew didn't have to walk around Leeds. Yeah, so, I mean, why is everyone crying? Why was everyone crying at the end of the game? Why was everyone crying? Matthew didn't have to walk around Leeds. Everyone should be happy. Everyone should be clapping. Go on, guys. Let's clap Matthew. I want to see claps in the chat. Claps in the chat for that one. In all seriousness, McTominay didn't perform well on the day, apparently. And you know what? I backed him to score. I did actually back him to score. McTominay. It was McTominay to score any time against Aston Villa. I kind of thought he played pretty well in the West Ham game. I thought he would score, but he didn't. And in the end, Matthew didn't have to walk to Leeds. From Southampton, of course, which would have been a pretty long journey and a pretty miserable journey, really. But anyway, yeah, obviously we talked a little bit about Villarreal. Alberto Moreno as well. Just forgot about that twat. Playing for Villarreal. Obviously, we know what happened after the game in the dressing room and everything like that. So, I mean, I'm hopefully these players want a little bit of revenge. Hopefully these players do want a little bit of revenge. But recent performances suggest they have any sort of fight. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, Villarreal, we all know what's going to come from Villarreal. It's going to be difficult to break down, and they're going to be strong from set pieces. You know, the defenders they've got, Albiol, Pau Torres, Moreno, they've got a lot of height, and set pieces is going to be their main threat, crosses into the box. And that's a problem for us, because the last goal we conceded was from a corner. And I was just actually thinking when watching that goal, I completely forgot about it, but Eric Ramsey. Now, I think that was the first set-piece goal we conceded all season, but the marking on that set-piece was shocking. I know people will say it was offside because the guy standing in front of De Gea was interfering with play, but we can't be conceding like that. But at least it's not every game like last season. You know, at least it's only one game in every 4 that we concede from a set-piece. You know, we're getting, slowly but surely, we're getting better. But we're going to talk a little about Man United as well. And I've got a team. I've actually got a team to show you. So we're going to show you it right now. I don't know why it's not working. Can we do that? There we go. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, fine. There's the team. We'll show you the team. This is the team that we've gone with. In fact, we can do that actually. We can just put the whole team on the screen there. So that's the predicted 11 I've gone with. 3 of those players are in the team simply because we've got injuries. Maguire, Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw won't be available for the game. So we are going to look at Dalot and Telles starting at fullback, which, you know, gives me the willies. It gives me the willies, to be honest, Dalot and Telles starting at fullback. Varane is going to have to be the guy back there, to be honest, Varane and Lindelof. I'm not a huge fan of Lindelof. Obviously, the fact he hasn't really had that many games, he's going to be a little bit slow, a little bit sloppy. I've gone with Spanish Dave in goal as well. Some people might put Dean Henderson in goal, but I've gone Spanish Dave. Then McTominay, Fred and Pogba. Not necessarily in that formation, it's just on the application I used. It wasn't really going to put it into like a double pivot, so I just had to do that. And then I've gone with Sancho, Greenwood and Ronaldo. I've just realised I've not put Bruno Fernandes in there because Rich says Bruno out. He's not out. I realise I've just messed that up completely. Yeah, I thanks for letting me... Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just listening to music while doing it. I just completely forgot. So yeah, that's a shambles. Okay, fair enough. So Pogba could go on that left-hand side then. In fact, can you see my mouse if I do that? Can you see my mouse? Am I able to... So Pogba can go on the left-hand side where Sancho is, maybe, and then you could probably put Bruno Fernandes in Pogba's position. So yeah, that's what I do actually. So ignore that lineup completely. In fact, we can change that right now, can't we? So we can take Sancho out, although I wouldn't be surprised if Sancho was to play in this game. We can take Sancho out of the team. Put Pogba there. And then we can take Pogba out and put Fernandes. This is riveting viewing, I know. This is absolutely riveting viewing. Fernandes. There you go. Right, there we go. There we go. Hopefully that is the team. There we are. There we are. So I've gone with that. That's what I've actually gone with. Matthew says free buy. I doubt it, to be honest with you, mate. I doubt it. I think I'd rather see Baye in there than Lindelof, to be honest. But I think, you know, realistically, Ollie always goes with Lindelof. You know, the kind of the Scandinavian connection there, I reckon. Ollie out with, well, pretty strong views there from MUFC Daily on that. Rasmus says, I hope a better performance by Telles. He was dog shit in that cup loss. He truly was. Poor performance from him. He needs to get better if he wants to push Shaw out of the team. And this is Telles' big opportunity. He needs to see this as a big opportunity. Luke Shaw is injured. He's got to perform. You know, this is probably the only time he's going to get 1 or 2 games in the team in succession. So he's got to perform well. You can change the formation to 4-2-3-1 if you want. Okay, I might just do that then. So that's the formation, 4-2-3-1-A, or 4-2-3-1-B. Look at that. Rich knows his stuff. This is going to scare everyone for a minute. We're going to put 2 Freds there, and then we'll put Fernandes. So thank you. Yeah, thanks for let me know that, Rich, to be honest. So there we go. Fernandes goes there. So that's the lineup. There we go. Finally. There is the lineup we're going with. Yeah, Ricky says Sancho out, Bruno in. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Sancho starts. What I've also done in there as well is Pogba's now on the right and Greenwood's on the left. So I can change that as well. Because I feel like Pogba would be on the left. And Greenwood would be on the right. Although Greenwood can play across that front three as well, so it doesn't actually matter too much. But there we go. That's the lineup. That is the lineup there. The final lineup. I'm not changing it now. I'm not changing it. Ricky says midfield 3 of 2 Freds and McTominay. Yeah, I know. I'd say it might scare you a little bit. Razza says put 11 Freds, we win the Champions League. I think Sir Alex Ferguson said that, didn't he? He said, give me 10 planks of wood and Fred and I'll win you the Champions League or something like that. I'm sure he said that about Fred. MUFC Days said, listen, I heard in Zimbabwe, man of matches get petrol instead of champagne for man of the match. The UK needs that. I mean, yeah, but it'd just be even more petrol being used. The last thing the UK needs is to use more petrol. But I see what you mean. Matthew says, when is Cavani fit? I'm pretty sure Cavani came on in the last game. Cavani came on against Aston Villa, didn't he, in the last 10 minutes. So probably Cavani's all right now. He's kind of starting to get back to fitness. But I think Ronaldo will start this game. I think it'll be a similar game to the Young Boys game, apart from the defence, obviously. This is probably what Ollie's doing now. Yeah. I'll bring my face back up here. Can I do that? Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, hit that likes if you haven't already, guys, as well. Owen said, well, thanks for joining, Owen, anyway. He says, my optimism for the season has pretty much gone. I'm just going to go game to game and vibe with it and hope we win. Well, that's a big stretch from you saying we're going to win all the pots. I mean, it seems like one game has completely changed your mind, but obviously that result wasn't brilliant. And, you know, we can bounce back from it, but what do we always say about when Ollie's job's on the line? I think we should be expecting a 10-12 game win streak, to be honest with you right now. Especially if Ollie actually loses the next couple of games, that October period is going to be absolutely obliterated with wins. I mean, think about that. Tom's joined as well. Thank you for joining. Owen is bootlegging from his quad. Exactly. Tom, thanks for joining, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, cheers for joining, Tom. Appreciate it. Owen says, Ollie's watching this, I reckon. Well, I hope so. If you're watching, Ollie, thank you very much for watching. If there's any jobs going for someone you need to write articles for or presenter at Manchester United, please do let me know. And, please, put me in touch with the right people. Cheers, Ollie. So, yeah, I think, that team, probably the team that's going to play. I think the way he talked about Fred and McTominay suggests that they'll probably be in the team. Fernandes, Greenwood, Pogba, Ronaldo. On paper, you've got to say that forward line should be scoring goals. We shouldn't be blanking against any team. And yet, obviously, we lost the game against Aston Villa. But if you look at that team, Pogba, Fernandes, Greenwood, Ronaldo, they should be able to score. They should be. Matthew says, we'll bundle a 1-0 win. We'll bundle one in, win 1-0, and Owen will be back on the treble hype train. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He is that sort of person. He's that sort of person. What the hell? Owen says, if we win, I'm booking a train down to Wythenshawe. I don't think that's where the stadium is, mate. You might have to travel, 20, 30 miles from there to get to the stadium. But, yeah. Oh, for the parade, of course, he says, of course. So that's the team. That is the team. And I did say this game's not going to clash with the Champions League games that are going on. So we've only got about 15 minutes left. But let's get some score predictions in, shall we? Let's get some score predictions. Yeah, leave me your thoughts in the live chat and the comment section down below. What is your score prediction for the game? My score prediction, you know what? I'm going to say 2-1 to Manchester United. It's going to be scrappy. It's going to be a poor performance where we just get over the line, but it's going to be 2-1. I think we'll just about do it. 2-1 United. Ronaldo gets on the score sheet, and Bruno Fernandes also avenges his penalty miss at the weekend. 2-1 Ronaldo Bruno, and we get 3 points on the board. And it won't be vintage. It won't be vintage, but Rasmus says, not going to waste my time and energy getting mad at that brainless waste man. This can't last forever. yeah. I say a lot of United fans are starting to feel like that at the moment. He wasn't talking about me. Don't make that about me. Krishna, thanks for joining, Krishna. Appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. He says, McFred, I'm dead. Yeah, well, get used to it. The way he was talking in the press conference today, get used to it. That's all I'll say. Get used to it, my friend. Apologies if there's any lag, by the way. I don't know why that is. Tom says, Owen, I think you need new directions to the stadium. Well, as if he's been anywhere near it. Tom is going 0-0 draw. Very frustrating game. Yeah, could be. I mean, especially if we play the way we have recently. Why the hell is this Oh, sorry. Something keeps updating on my computer. I'm getting really annoyed about it. Brennan says, Fernandes needs to be benched with Donny van der Beek taking his place. Would be more effective. You're not saying that because he's Dutch, Brendan, are you? No, I'm joking. Listen, Fernandes, to be fair, Fernandes, he missed his penalty. But you know what? I think out of everyone on that pitch, he looked like he was trying to create. And the thing is with having Fernandes on the pitch is that he is someone who can create out of nothing. Yes, he might have 10 shots and only score 1. But that 1 could win you the game. So I just think it's better to have him on the pitch than not, in my opinion. Brit says, cheers all, hope all is well. Yeah, good, Brit. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Owen says, 0-0 is my optimistic view. You've changed. Ricky says, 2-2 draw, my prediction. CR7 to score and Dallo OG. Oh, Ricky, can't be predicting own goals, but you know what? If anyone's going to score an own goal, it will be one of the fullbacks, in my opinion. Rich says he'll probably go 1-0 or 2-1, but might get carried away by people's comments tonight and go 3-0. I think the best thing we can do now is not get carried away. Because every time we get carried away and get confident, we always get slapped in the face. Keep the predictions coming in. Matthew says, Owen was obviously out of Cheerios this morning. I'm sure he was. Yeah. No Frosties for him this morning. Only bread, brown bread for Owen. He didn't want to eat that. Rasmus's prediction, he says, my prediction is we scrap a 1-0 win with Villarreal, missing loads of chances. Sorry, I've read that completely wrong. You wouldn't think I've been to school. Rasmus says, my prediction is we will scrap a 1-0 win with Villarreal missing loads of sitters or loads of saves by De Gea. Well, yeah, De Gea's in a very good position right now. He's in a very good place right now, performing at the highest level we've seen him for a few seasons now, and hopefully he can continue to do that. As Matthew says, he's up for a De Gea masterclass. Hopefully he does that after we're 4-0 up, to be fair. But I mean, it's the first time I've seen a lot of people put 1-0. A lot of kind of pessimistic predictions here, which in some ways might mean we play really well. But yeah, this is probably the most pessimistic I've seen the predictions in a while. Probably since we lost to Burnley 2-0 at Old Trafford. Christian says 1-0 United win. I'm going for 4-2-3-1. Greenwood, Fred out. Van der Beek and Sancho in, because we need those who can break that Villarreal wall. Yeah. Van der Beek starting, I'm not sure to be honest, but we definitely do need players that can break down this Villarreal team. That was the problem in the Europa League final. You know, we didn't have the players that could break down Villarreal, and they were just too strong defensively. So yeah, let's see. Rich says 1-0 will be fine. 3 points is all that matters. 3 points is all that matters. Matthew said it's going to end 1-1. Yeah. Well, I'm not surprising. Probably 1-1 in the 90th minute. And Matthew says, I have saved you all 9 minutes of your lives. Well, thank you very much, Matthew. Appreciate that. Not if you're watching and you've got a ticket to go to Old Trafford, don't bother. Don't bother. Matthew has just given us a score. Rashid said 3-1 United. Donny van der Beek needs to start Fred out. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that, Rashid. I would love to see that, my friend. But I think when is Ollie going to start Van der Beek? He's never going to do it. He's never going to do it. But I would love to see it. Brit's also going 3-1 to Manchester United, saying Ollie's seat is getting hot. Yeah, well, this is what I was saying. When Ollie's job is on the line, we produce a run of 10 really good results. And I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't be surprised. Owen says, I went out last night and the Pilsners killed me. I was steaming watching Rich's stream last night and could only lift my head up to put one comment in, lol. A bit hungover today is probably the reason. Yeah, well, good for you, mate. Good for you. I'm sure you had a good time draining out the local watering hole, as they call it. I sounded really posh then, didn't I? Rich says 1-0 is optimistic. When do we last get a clean sheet? True, very, very true. As Matthew said earlier in the stream, we can actually get the comment up. Where is it? Oh, I've lost it. This is terrible. This is terrible, YouTube. Yeah, this is absolutely... I'm so sorry. I've lost it. Where's the comment you put up? What an idiot, Kieran. There's a stat. I think it's 1 clean sheet in the last 16. I was going to get the comment up, and now I've lost it. Oh, forget it. Oh, here it is. 1 clean sheet in 16 is somewhat worrying. Yeah, there you go. There's the stat. So, true. I guess you're right, Rich. I guess you're being as optimistic as you possibly can be. Ricky said, all I'm saying, PSG Man City won't end 1-0. Well, Ricky, you probably just cursed it there. You probably just cursed it. You probably just jinxed it, mate. But no, I think there'll be goals. Both defences are there to be got at, definitely. Will Messi break his goal-scoring duck? We'll find out at the Parc des Princes tonight. Krishna, we need a lot of crosses and try to attack on their boxes. We can get penalties. I hope so. Listen, in some ways, the way we've been taking penalties recently, I'd rather score from open play. But, you know what? The next penalty has been taken by Ronaldo. Definitely. Let's see. Christian says City PSG Oil Classico. Yeah, I saw that in the paper. That was a brilliant headline, to be fair. I have to say so myself. But yeah, any last thoughts, any last comments before we do wrap this up? As I said, I'm going to wrap this up before the game starts in Paris. So yeah, any last thoughts, any last comments? Your thoughts on the lineup? I'll bring that up again for you guys to see. Here is the lineup we've gone with. De Gea in goal, Telles, Varane, Lindelof, Dalot, Fred, McTominay, Fernandes, Greenwood, Pogba, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, so that is my lineup. Any thoughts on that before we leave? Any thoughts on, well, just anything really? Life, politics, probably not politics, I'm not very good at that, but anything other than politics, please do let us know. I don't think it's a shocker. Mate, and it'll get proven right tonight. It'll get proven absolutely spot on tonight. Brit saying, no, it's not. Next pen, if on the pitch, will be Bruno. Do you reckon? I think you'll put CR7. I think you'll put CR7 on the penalties, to be honest with you. I mean, I would do that anyway, but yeah, I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if Ronaldo gave the penalty to Bruno, but for me, I wanted to see Ronaldo take that penalty. You talk about clutch. I know Bruno Fernandes' penalty record is very, very good. There's no doubt about it, but I just wanted to see Ronaldo bang a penalty at Old Trafford. I wanted to see that, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But obviously it's hindsight. It's hindsight punditry. If Bruno scores that penalty comfortably, I'm saying put Bruno on every penalty. So, you win some, you lose some. Interesting one here from Rasmus says, by the way, what do you think about the UEFA doping case against the Super League? Dropping the case against the Super League. And yeah, I mean, we all knew it was going to happen. We all knew that they were never going to sanction these guys. In the end of the day, money talks. And the money is with the clubs. It's not with UEFA. The money is with the clubs. And they've got them over a barrel. And there was never going to be any of these sanctions. They were just going to be let back in, and I'm sure there's some sort of corruption going on. I know, obviously, I have to say allegedly after that as well, but come on. If you don't think this is corrupt and there's something going on behind the scenes, then I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. As a journalist, as a trainee journalist, I have to say allegedly to that. We don't know if there is corruption, but I just feel like there is. But yeah, absolute disgrace. But we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. Owen says, bold to assume Ronaldo plays, mate. Talk about howlers. Talk about absolute howler. Go to bed. Time for bed, mate. Time for bed. Owen says, no mention of Mumbai's win today, sir. You mentioned the last two games. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. Well done to Mumbai Indians. If anyone actually watches cricket here. Watches the IPL. I do watch the IPL. Unfortunately, the team I follow, the Delhi Capitals, lost pretty convincingly, but they're already through pretty much to the knockout phase anyway. So yeah, there you go. There's your little mention. Mumbai Indians won, if anyone cares about that. I could talk about, how the Mumbai Indians have also got the IPL over a barrel, but we're not going to go into that because we've only got a few minutes before the game kicks off, and I want to get off before that. Christian says, "What your opinion on Dalot?" Listen, I actually think he's better going forward than he is defensively. Defensively, he needs to work on his game. He really needs to work on his game. But potentially as a winger, wouldn't be too bad. In the end of the day, I just feel like. I just feel like Dalot gets caught out quite a lot. He gets caught out of position. And unfortunately, defensively, you have to be solid. I feel like for me, in terms of positions, I know people say, they've got your fullbacks have got to be attacking. They've got to be able to be like a winger. But realistically, the first thing I want my defender, my fullback to do is defend. That's the first thing I want him to do. And if he can't do that, then we may as well get somebody else. Same with Telles. Telles going forward, he can whip a ball in, but defensively he gets caught out quite a lot. So they're still young. He can still work on his game. I hope that he does do that. Brit says, Super League is not dead. Don't sleep on it. #Glazers out. Exactly. And we completely concur with that movement. He also says, UEFA wants a Super League. I guarantee it. Well, the fact they are cooperating, not finding people, the money talks, ladies and gentlemen. The money does talk. A few more comments before we do wrap it up. I did say this is not going to clash with the kickoff of that game. A few more comments before we wrap it up. Rasmus says, yeah, I'm worried about these owners going to push us right back into it. I'm sure they're just waiting for the right time. Matthew says, I hope your lecturers don't mark you on your grammar, Owen. Tell you what, if they did mark him on his grammar, I don't think he would be there anymore. Kieran doesn't want to put the link in case the lad on the sofa comes back. Yeah, don't even talk about that. That's gone. Those days are gone. And Dalot said, Dalot as a winger, where? Left and right both occupied. Well, as in, I don't think he gets into our team as a winger, but if I was to play him in any position, it would probably be winger, if you get me. So he wouldn't replace Sancho or Greenwood or Rashford or anyone like that. But if I had to play him, I actually think he'd be better going forward as a winger or a right midfielder than he is a defender, because I actually don't see him as that good of a defender. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here because I did say it wasn't going to clash. The game's going to start in a minute or so. So thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hope to see you again tomorrow. And of course, as Owen said, RIP to Roger Hunt, one of the heroes of 66 as well. I should have mentioned that. So thanks for letting me know. But yeah, of course, RIP to him. And obviously, best wishes to his family and everything like that. So yeah, thanks guys. Really do appreciate it. Hope you did enjoy. Hit that like button on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. And I'll see you after the game tomorrow. But until then, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Cheers.